every time that YouTube makes a post to the public, no matter what it's about, the only response they get is wanting SSSniperWolf banned. She's been called out for doxing other YouTubers.
Last night, SSniperWolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults."
Stealing content from smaller channels.
In each of her hundreds and hundreds of videos, she plays other people's TikToks and provides extremely base-level commentary.
This dude is running sideways! What? Wow.
If you want to support the original creators of the TikToks, too bad, because the only links you'll find in the description are all SSniperWolf. And my favorite part is that half of the TikToks she includes either crop out the original username or just straight up don't have one.
And being one of the laziest cash grabs the platform has ever seen. And clearly, it shows. Despite her audience of over 35 million subscribers, her growth has slowed to almost nothing. Her engagement is tanking, and her name is more often used as a punchline rather than a compliment. I'm in Dart, and as always, make sure to subscribe with notifications on. SSniperWolf didn't slowly climb her way to fame. She blasted onto YouTube almost overnight. Gaming highlights are what primarily took her channel from nothing to developing creator, as hundreds of thousands of people were watching within a matter of weeks. For example, her first 4 videos have a combined over 3 million views, and she never really slowed down from there. Fans loved her energy and her humor, and for a moment, it felt like every aspiring female gamer had to at least acknowledge her presence on the platform. But the higher she rose, the further she fell. Almost immediately, the controversies started piling up. Content theft, doxing allegations, public feuds, and a pivot towards lazy clickbait videos made solemnly for money. What had once been admiration quickly turned into criticism and ridicule, and by the time her empire's cracks became impossible to ignore, the SSniperWolf that everyone thought they knew was already unraveling her true intentions. While the gaming videos were garnering her the views that she needed to continue growing as a creator, SSniperWolf knew that she wouldn't be able to stay playing the same games forever. That's when she decided to pivot her channel to include more of her personal life. Videos as simple as cooking fried chicken for only 4 minutes would go on to gain almost 400,000 views, or making hummus sitting at nearly half of that. But the real turning point would be her quitting YouTube video. That really began her YouTube career. It was a lie, plain and simple. A dramatic thumbnail, a misleading title, and 1 million views later, she learned an important lesson. Controversy and exaggeration worked far better than authenticity. She would go on to hit 100,000 subscribers within the same year of even starting her channel, 1 million only 2 years later, but almost immediately, whispers of content theft began circulating. Around 2017, reaction content on YouTube started performing super well. Other channels built their entire brand simply reacting to other videos, so to nobody's surprise, SSniperWolf took full advantage of this. Multiple of her most popular uploads have over 50 million views to this date. The problem was how those videos were made. She was quickly accused of borrowing heavily from smaller creators, sometimes copying entire video ideas, scripts, and even thumbnails down to the bone. A YouTuber Jacksfilms claimed she monetized content that people spent weeks creating, giving no credit whatsoever.
Now some of you might be thinking, so what? Who cares? She's giving creators exposure. And hey, maybe she gets permission from the creators to feature their work. You already know the answer to that. We reached out to creators who've had their work featured in SSniperWolf's videos. And when we asked them if SSniperWolf and/or her team had contacted them about featuring their work, every creator said no, they were not contacted. Most of them were blindsided by the fact that SSSniperWolf had been using their content, and some of them were pretty upset about it.
He then debunked the theory that maybe she pays them in exposure by sharing their videos with millions of new people online.
Maybe creators get exposure from her videos, especially if you can see their usernames, right? Well, let's test that theory. At the very beginning of a recent video, SSSniperWolf reacts to a viral TikTok, complete with her very insightful commentary.
Absolutely not.
And look, you can see the original uploader's username. Maybe they got a little bump, right? Well, when I looked up their account on TikTok, I found they had a decent number of followers, but that's probably due to their whale shark video going viral last year. Because if you look at their most recent TikToks, they're hardly getting any views at all. Which means that, no, people aren't flocking to the original creators even when their username is displayed on screen.
The internet quickly labeled her as someone willing to step on smaller creators to stay on top, and SSSniperWolf was fast to take to Twitter to respond. While the original 2 tweets she replied to are now deleted, she would write, "90% of what I upload are my ideas. People copy me and then people like you get confused." She even implied that massive creators like Mr. Beast had taken full inspiration from her. The tweet got millions of views, but barely any likes. The replies destroyed her. People stated, "Ain't no way you're saying reaction videos is stealing ideas. This has to be sarcasm, right?" Jacksfilms responded with a single sarcastic line about inventing reaction content himself. Quote, "I invented reacting to other people's TikToks. Anyone else is copying me. Incredible mental gymnastics. And everybody loved it. That is, everyone except for SSSniperWolf." She went on to play the victim card, stating, "For context, Jacksfilms made another channel where he copied my content for a few months, thinking it would blow up and get millions of views. It didn't. Now he is mad. Also, I hate bringing gender into this, but no one ever attacks the male react channels." Jack would understandably deny this accusation in a matter of seconds, showing he has in fact attacked plenty of male channels.
Is it because, as she suggested, that I'm sexist and only go after female reactors? Well, no, and no.
And responding to her previous tweet about making a channel to copy her, that is exactly what he did. Instead of arguing, he mocked the entire format. Jack created a full channel called JJ Jacksfilms to screen record SSSniperWolf's videos, add his lame reaction, and title it something absurd like "TikToks that gave me a tummy ache" or "TikToks that will divorce your parents." All with the exact same facial expression in every single thumbnail to mock SSSniperWolf. It was honestly comedy gold, and the one benefit he had was the slogan of his channel simply being "Credit the creators." This movement started going so incredibly viral that random posts like this one on Twitter went on to gain almost 1 million views. Well, apparently, SSSniperWolf wasn't too fond of this, as she then went on to leak Jack's home address in front of over 5 million people.
Last night, SSSniperWolf, a massive YouTuber, showed up outside of our home, recorded a video of our home, and then posted it to her 5.6 million Instagram followers, goading me with the line, "Let's talk like adults." In my 17 years on YouTube, I've never once had someone come to my home and vaguely threaten me.
On her Instagram story, she would make a post that reads, "Should I go visit at Jacksfilms? He lives 5 minutes away from my shoot," with a yes/no poll right below it. Well, regardless of what the results were, she simply filmed the outside of his house, address included, and captioned it, "Let's talk like adults."
In this exact moment, she turned from a mere content thief to someone who doxes and stalks her critics.
He actually happened to be live while the entire thing went down, and this is exactly his reaction to finding out what she was doing.
What?
She's literally right outside your house.
Oh my god!
This is happening right Call the police. Actually.
Wait, what?
Call the police.
No, there's a
She's
video.
outside your house right now.
What the
She literally
on her
posted
Instagram.
a video on her story 5 minutes ago.
I'm
of her.
reporting.
Oh my god, she
Yeah.
is. She's outside our
That's
house.
Record
That-
this right
She's
now.
fucking
God,
doxing you.
Ice cream.
Yeah, that's the.
Yeah, no, this is.
Jack mentioned that he no longer felt safe in his own home, and he felt like she was abusing the clout that she somehow has.
We feel violated. We no longer feel safe in our own home because we're dealing with someone who genuinely thinks they're in the right for A, stalking me, and B, posting our home to her massive audience. What a disgusting abuse of clout that is. This is irresponsible at best and flat out dangerous at worst.
And to end the video off, Jack showed that SSSniperWolf didn't have a care in the world about the entire situation, as she was already making more jokes about showing up to people's houses. As a result of this drama, YouTube themselves demonetized her channel for an extended period of time, but many people felt like this wasn't enough. The post they made claimed that the behavior on both sides isn't what they want, and the community reflected that because only one person showed up at someone's house. Behavior on both sides. I don't recall Jack showing up at SSSniperWolf's house and posting it online. Behavior on both sides. One person is clearly being targeted and hurt here, and it's Jacksfilms. What a ridiculous statement. And I thought I was disabled. Do the best thing and remove her off your platform, Jesus Christ. As stated by this comment here, people began wanting her terminated from YouTube in its entirety. The idea of her being banned exploded, but it never came. She only lost around 100,000 subscribers and kept uploading. On the Jacksfilms Reddit, another post was made titled, "Just wanted to remind you all that SSSniperWolf does have a prior criminal history." The photo shows that she's being arrested twice. Once in 2013 for armed robbery, and another in 2016 for disorderly conduct of fighting. With all roads looking like they were leading to hell, eventually she had the courage to own up to her own actions, apologizing to Jack, YouTube, the entire creator community, and her own fans. And while people thought this was going to be the end of the drama, other users did more research and found out that it was likely her entire apology was simply AI written, with no real remorse whatsoever. Another YouTuber, Ray William Johnson, went on to share that all of her older videos were entirely staged, as her husband at the time would film the gaming clips while she would be in front of the camera and act like she was playing.
He suddenly approached her with an idea. They would create a new YouTube channel together, a gaming channel, where he would play the games and he'd send her the footage, and she would pretend she was playing and react. So he would be behind the scenes, she would be the face, and they'd co-own it 50-50.
When they divorced, the channel started crumbling behind the scenes.
One day, sadly, they split up and filed for divorce.
We broke up. He broke up with me. We still have a house. We have a house together. He doesn't want to leave. I don't want to leave.
And that is where it got real ugly. She allegedly started doing brand deals without him and taking all the money. She created several spin-off YouTube channels using the company name. She allegedly changed the passwords on the Instagram account they co-owned, locking him out. She stole hard drives and phones out of the house that had company data on them. And Bacon, he sees all this and he's pissed. So he changes the password and locks her out of the main YouTube channel. You know, the one with 34 million subscribers. So they're both holding shit hostage. Like I said, real ugly.
And eventually, he sued SSSniperWolf for not allowing him to still be a part of the videos backstage and earn the revenue.
Now eventually she returned the devices and he let her into the YouTube. But that wasn't enough of a resolution, because he sued her. And in the lawsuit, he basically argues that she can't go on and use the brand to make money and exclude him from all that revenue. Because remember, they started it together, and he claims he owns 50%.
While her YouTube channel is still up and running to this day, it's clear that she's nowhere near as relevant as she once was. For a channel with 35 million subscribers, only averaging a few 100,000 views per video won't be raking in the money like she's used to. She's still using the same reaction thumbnails from years ago, even in her most recent videos. Whenever you check the comments, it's just filled with people saying she's fallen off. And this is further represented on her Instagram, where she's losing hundreds, sometimes thousands of followers every day. So it doesn't look overly promising for the future of SSSniperWolf.